unmarried, you are a leftover woman. A leftover woman. You are what is left. Men know that there's something likely wrong with you.
Well, the great Kevin Samuels has said it. Well, not only did he pick that up from the Chinese culture, us Turks, we actually have the same saying. So if a woman is not married at a certain age and she is 35 and above, she's most definitely a leftover woman. We even call them a low-hanging fruit, or a fruit that has gone bad. You know, when you have a couple of bananas and nobody wants the one that is brown and all the way in the back of the fridge, that's what we call these women who are 35 and above and not married. You know, there might not be something wrong with their appearance. They may look good, but obviously they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean, they don't know how to listen to a man or cooperate with a man. And these women most likely are the ones that no other man wants to deal with. Speaking from a woman who comes from a Turkish culture. But I found somebody on the internet again, and she has following things to say. Let's get right into it.
You cannot be fit in an adjustable 6 or higher, 35, unmarried. Something wrong with you.
Men like this want to make you feel like you're running out of time, because if you're desperate, you'll make a desperate choice. You won't take the time to wait for a man who'll give you princess treatment, who's a provider, who's...
Hold it right there. You are 35 years old, honey. You have no business expecting a man to give you princess treatment. You are nowhere near a princess anymore. You're not a queen. You are growing to be that old witch that nobody wants to deal with. Let's just keep it real. I mean, my niece is 7 years old. It is okay for her to run around in her pink dress thinking she's a princess. But you know what? That is one of the main problems that a lot of women have nowadays. They are delusional and they live in fantasy land or in La La Land. And before we continue to listen to what else she has to say, I need to point out the aggression level in this woman's voice. I originally wanted to critique another video, but the other woman's voice, it was 10 times louder. She was cursing too much. She was speaking too fast. She was way too loud, and her voice was just annoying as hell, and I really could not listen to her. And I'm thinking to myself, if I'm a man sitting at home and I need to come home to that every single day, oh hell no, thank you, I'm good. I'd rather stay single. So that is one thing that caught my attention. So many women are on the internet trying to make a point, and they are so aggressive about it. Why are they aggressive? Because they are mad. Why are they mad? Because they're sick and tired of everyday life, because they have to do everything by themselves when they really, really want help from a man. But their ego is just too strong and too big to ask a man for help.
A man who'll give you princess treatment, who's a provider, who's done the work, who's healed his trauma, who's patient, who's understanding, who's faithful. You won't wait for that man. You'll settle for any man who wants you. And that's where they...
She's speaking of men who healed their trauma. Here's one thing. Let's take a man who was actually able to heal his trauma. When this man has to go to a woman every single day who carries her mindset, with the tone of her voice, the level of aggression in her voice, that man is going to go right back to being traumatized 6 months into this relationship. Let's just be honest. There is a reason why so many men are seeking for traditional women from other countries, especially from Asia. These women's tones of voice is so much more friendly. They have a smile on their face all day, every day. They respond in a very kind and respectful way. They're not talking all loud with their hands and feet in the air, you know, trying to make a point, screaming on top of their lungs or interrupting the man. These women, they don't do that. They are calm, collective, friendly, and respectful. Traditional women know how to carry themselves all day, every day, and they know how to treat a man respectfully. Meanwhile, you have modern Western women. Do you remember the story of I think it was a British woman and an American woman in Dubai getting arrested for arguing with a man? I mean, come on.
Man who wants you, and that's where they want you. They want you in a desperate position so you can make a desperate choice. They hate...
I can't believe she just said that. She literally meant what she said when she said that men just want you to be in a desperate position so you can make a desperate choice. I mean, it is so typical. Tell me, isn't it true that a lot of women make desperate choices themselves, can't deal with the consequences, but always are looking to blame someone else, except for taking accountability for their own actions? Never happens. Of course, they're going to point the fingers at everybody else and blame them for their messed up decisions. It doesn't even make any sense. Men are not even, they don't even think like that. They don't just sit there, envy a woman for what she has, and just waits for her to be desperate so she can make desperate decisions so the man can just sit home and be happy at her misery. Men don't work like that. It's us women that are that freaking disturbed.
So you can make a desperate choice. They hate the fact that women are looking so happy and they're thriving in their singleness. They're going on trips, booking vacations, buying their first home on their own, getting six-figure jobs, working on their fitness. They hate the fact that you look so happy in your singleness.
Did you just catch what she said? She said men are so mad at the fact that women look so happy. And yes, that is true. A lot of them may look happy on the outside. They have their careers, they have their car, they have their nice house, but they really are sad on the inside because deep down inside, they really want to have a man by their side. But they're too stuck up in their ways, too old in age to be dealt with. They're not manageable. Men don't want to deal with that. I'm sorry, yes, you may go on vacation, you may spend all of the money that you can, but you can't tell me that you are happy. A lot of these women act like they are happy, but they really are not. Why do you think there are so many videos all over the internet where women are breaking down in their cars? So sick of having to pay bills on their own, so sick of having to go to work. They are sick and tired of being single by choice and have all this money and do all of these things. They want to be with a man, but they can't.
Hate the fact that you look so happy in your singleness because they've convinced us for so many years that you needed a man. That was the only way for you to be successful is if you had a man by your side. Forget the degrees, forget the money, forget all of that. If you're unmarried, what's wrong with you? The answer could never be nothing. The answer couldn't be that she's patient. The answer couldn't be that she's waiting. The answer couldn't be that she refuses to settle. No, it's got to be something wrong with you. They have to sell you that narrative. That's the only way they succeed.
To be honest with you, I already worked 9 hours today, but this woman's voice feels like a whole other 9 hours that I have worked. Unbelievable. Here is one thing that I want to get into that she said. She is saying that if you are over 35 and you are choosing to wait, you are choosing to be patient, it's not good enough. Okay, if you are choosing to wait, why is the majority of you not virgins anymore? If you chose to be patient and wait for the right guy, why in the hell do you have 2 to 3 kids by different baby daddies? What in the fuck are you talking about? Don't get me pissed off, but women and their delusion, them lying to themselves, them gaslighting themselves, it pisses me off so much. It's not like you want to wait for the right guy. No, you want to be hoeing around in your 20s. You want to be too good to have and to be dealt with in your 30s. And then when you reach into your 40s, you're like, wait a minute. Looking around like, wait a minute, I'm hitting the wall. The wall is undefeated and it's waiting there for you. I'm 41 years old now. Our bodies are going through changes and there's no way in hell where you and I can keep up with a woman who's in her mid-20s or early 30s. Whether if you like it or not, you can have the best job in the world, you can make the most money in the world. A man will not choose you based on the income that you have, on the car that you drive. No, it's your attitude, it's your looks, it's your health, and your ability to bear children. Everything that a man is looking for. Are you respectful and you're not making any money? That man will take the woman who is respectful every time over a woman who's just disrespectful but is driving a Benz. A man is seeking for a woman who is cooperative, who is feminine, who is friendly, who is fit. Is willing to work with the man since the man is supposed to be the protector and the provider. And let me ask you, how many women are actually out there who are 35 years old and above and who are willing to listen to a man without feeling some type of way about it? Who are willing to cooperate with a man without feeling some type of way about it?
Came into your life, wouldn't you want to compromise?
Stupid. A man comes into my life and I have to compromise? You must think about that one again.
And that's how they are going to look at the end of the day. Just lonely and mad and defensive and alone, maybe with a couple of dogs barking in the background, just like in that lady's videos. Look, honey, there is nothing wrong with you going on vacations and you going to the gym and eating healthy. Men actually like a woman who knows how to take care of herself, and he appreciates it even more if you can give him a plate of your healthy food as well. So your train of thought is completely messed up, and if you are a woman out there thinking like her and acting like her, I promise you, I give you a Turkish pinky promise that you are going to be single for the rest of your life. Not only that you're going to be a leftover woman that no man wants to deal with, you are going to end up like that lady in that previous clip. If you're a lady out there and you are willing and ready to take this advice, I advise you to stop thinking the way these modern women do, because that's just going to drive you into loneliness. Men are not looking for defensive masculine women who just think they are somebody because they own a car, have a career, or own a couple of degrees. I promise you, men do not care about that. I cannot stress this to you enough. And as Kevin Samuels said, if you are 35 and you are an adjustable 6, but you are not married yet, there is something wrong with you, and most likely it's going to be your mindset. So work on yourself before it's completely too late, because the wall is there, and the ladies who are younger than us, they are coming as well. So the one who's going to be losing again is going to be you. So as long as you can fix your attitude, make sure you do so. And thank you so much for watching today's video. I highly appreciate you guys commenting under my video. I see every comment, and I also would like for you to stay tuned for more content. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the button.